every legend, has a beginning. Before the goals, before the trophies, before the world knew his name, there was just a little boy, and a dream. Every evening, he came home, with the same football, and every evening, his family watched, believing, that one day, their little boy, would make Brazil proud. In Brazil, football wasn't just a game, it was freedom. Every street, every sunset, every match with his friends, was another step, towards a dream. Long before the world saw his talent, one man saw his potential. Every lesson, every correction, every word, brought the dream one step closer. When the rain came, the game didn't stop, neither did he. Long before the stadiums, there were nights like this. Just a boy, a football, and a dream. Soon, the streets were no longer enough. Every match, every touch, every defender, brought him one step closer to something bigger. Then, the opportunity came. Santos Football Club, the club that gave Brazil Pelé. Now, it was about to open its doors to another dream. For the first time, the dream felt real. New teammates, new challenges, new expectations. But one thing never changed. He still believed. Every journey has a moment when everything changes. Walking through that tunnel, Neymar wasn't just chasing a dream anymore. He was living it. The streets had prepared him. Now, a new chapter began. Every training session, every match, every opportunity was another step towards greatness. Every time he stepped onto the pitch, something happened. The crowd couldn't take their eyes off him. Without saying a word, Neymar was beginning to announce himself. It didn't matter how many stood in his way, because Neymar never saw defenders. He saw opportunities. With every touch, the impossible started to look effortless. That night, something changed. The boy, who once dreamed on the streets of Brazil, had given the Santos faithful a new reason to believe. Neymar had arrived. One performance became two, then three. Before long, it wasn't just Santos talking about Neymar. The whole of Brazil wanted to know who this young boy was. Back home, the little boy, who once played on the streets of Brazil, was now inspiring an entire generation. The dream was no longer just his. Every great player needs someone who believes before the world does. Every lesson, every conversation, every opportunity was shaping the player Neymar would become. Every time he walked onto the pitch, the expectations grew louder. The cameras were watching, Brazil was watching, and Neymar never stopped believing. Back home, the dream they believed in was unfolding before their eyes. Every sacrifice, every prayer, every moment had been worth it. From the streets to this moment, the little boy who dreamed with a football had become the pride of Santos. But this was only the beginning. The boy who once dreamed of meeting his heroes had become someone else's. Every signature, every smile was a reminder that dreams can inspire millions. No matter how many tried to stop him, Neymar always found a way. His speed, his skill, his imagination was changing Brazilian football. The streets had dreamed it. The academy had shaped it. Now, the whole country could see it. Neymar was no longer just a boy from Santos. He had become Brazil's next superstar. The goals were unforgettable, but now, something even bigger was happening. Every newspaper, every television station, every football debate was asking the same question. Had Brazil finally found its next global superstar? The pressure kept growing, but Neymar never hid from the biggest stage. In 2011, he led Santos into the Copa Libertadores final, chasing. And he delivered. At just 19 years old, Neymar led Santos to Copa Libertadores glory, ending a 48-year wait for South America's greatest prize. The boy who once chased a ball through the streets was now lifting one of football. By now, it wasn't just Brazil watching anymore. Scouts from Europe's biggest clubs filled the stands. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Arsenal, every giant wanted the same signature. The question was no longer if Neymar would leave Santos. It was, who would win the race for football's brightest young star? Then came the call every Brazilian child dreams about. The yellow jersey, the badge, the honor of representing an entire nation. At just 19 years old, Neymar wasn't only carrying the hopes of Santos anymore, he was carrying the hopes of Brazil. For all the trophies, the applause, and the unforgettable nights, Neymar knew this chapter couldn't last forever. Every dream eventually asks one final question. Do you stay where you're loved, or leave, to chase greatness on the biggest stage in football? In 2013, the decision was finally made. Neymar said goodbye to Santos, and boarded a flight that would change his life forever. Ahead of him, Barcelona, a new country, a new challenge, and a chance to prove that the boy from Brazil could conquer the world.